Alrighty. So this game, what is our win condition? Do you remember?
Their win condition.
Well, our win condition.
Our win condition was the Z.
Kind of. So Fiora needed to get ahead, remember?
Yeah.
Zed, Zed needs to get ahead early, which he did. And bottom lane is the skill matchup.
Yeah.
That's pretty much on Vel'Koz to land abilities. And bottom lane is pretty easy gank for you, right? Jhin has no, no mobile, abilities aside from the flash. He just has slash. Senna is also the same. However, she will get some movement speed when she uses her E, and she will go untargetable. You just have to get like really close. Kind of acts like a stealth, but anyways. Lissandra, really hard to gank for you. Kayn, you do win the 1v1 if you actually try to fight him, but you thought you didn't, so you just probably like take the damage and then try to leave.
Yeah, I think he killed me, and then I think, if I remember right, I think we got in a fight, and I don't know, I think this is the one where I almost had him.
So top lane, yeah, well, we'll look at it, but top lane, he should lose, right? And if he does push up, he only has a taunt to get away and the flash, so relatively easy to gank the top lane. However, Fiora doesn't have any CC for you, which kind of sucks. I would try to, pay attention in mid lane and see if Lissandra either plays aggressively before level 3, before she gets her, her claw thing or whatever. I don't know if you know what she does yet, but, she has an escape ability, we'll just say.
I haven't played against her too often.
Yeah, you probably won't. Not for a while. Not until she gets buffed. Okay, it looks like we got invaded here. Okay, and that sucks. Invade suck. Oh, right here. We saw him right here. Now we saw this. When there's like an early thing that happens like this, you just quickly check the map, right? See if anybody shows top, see if anybody shows mid, see if anybody shows bot. If nobody does that, you can't account for them, right? When there's a fight like this, you can bet 9 times out of 10 everybody's here, right? Mm-hmm. So who else is in this bush right
now? There's Shen, or in the Jhin, maybe? Jhin and the other bottom laner.
Well, the short answer is everybody else, right?
Probably.
Yeah, probably everybody else. And Fiora's top lane. So even if your Zed starts to move, and you start to move, you guys already lose this fight.
Yeah.
So just because it's a 4v5.
I think they do. I think these guys all died. I remember I ran all the way back up to the top, and I was like, oh, this guy already got my...
So he's just dead. So here, you just stop moving. You just go over here, go to your red buff immediately. Mm-hmm. It's due. Like, you cannot do anything for them.
I think I do. I turn around once I see what's going on.
But here, we're even too close here.
Yeah.
Right? Because he could flash taunt us. It's probably not going to happen, because I don't think they're going to all flash to follow up. But it could happen. Right? And we keep moving in. This is really cool. Like, here is where we should have backed off. But we back off over here. That's crazy. Like, it's way too far.
I get hit, and then I think I turn around.
He does taunt you! Okay, so now we have to flash. So we just burn flash for really no reason. Did not need to burn flash there. We also had to use a potion too. Do a camp? What are we doing?
Oh, I was going to take his stuff.
Oh, okay. That's fine. I would have at least taken red and then did this.
Yeah. But, I'm like, okay, he took my stuff, then I'm going to do the same thing.
Yeah, that's weird. The only problem with this is we're going to be a little bit behind on the clear. Right? Like, we're already behind just because he's taking this, and we have to take like this, or take his blue. Mm-hmm. But it takes so long to travel like this.
I think I was just a little bit, like, irritated that this guy already tried.
Oh wow, he's already here. Jesus. I would take your E and then like try to fight him here with your Fiora.
I think this is where
you should.
I think I eat him. Oh, I get away. I eat him, and then I got away. I eat him, and I feared him, and then I get away, and then he came back again like a third time. This guy was really kind of irritating.
Wow, he's aggressive. Hello.
So I feared him there.
Okay, well, that's where we pinged the cane slash. That was free. But we
So,
don't
like-
want to actually go do our Krugs right now. You probably want to recall. Just
Yeah.
because we don't have any more charges. Right, we're out of charges, and if he kept going like this,
Yeah.
he would just kill us over here.
Well, yeah, this start just like really threw me out of my game.
You're
Like, I'm
pretty
not lying,
lucky.
Like I was thrown out.
Yeah, you're
I was
pretty
just-
lucky. Like, when you're in these situations, all you just need to do is just calm down and just think about your next decision. Just ask yourself, like, what you're doing here.
He just threw me out of my game. I was like, okay, now he's taking this. I got his blue, and then I'm thinking, okay.
We didn't even take Krugs. Yeah, it seems like to me you're probably just you're constantly wondering what what you should be doing, right? Just pick something, because now we're like not doing a camp when we should be. When you see the jungle camp do that, right? Like you hit it, or you don't even hit it. It just gets hit by Kane, and it walks to the bush. You didn't even touch it.
No, I was wondering what was going on here, and I'm like, okay, now I realized like after a minute I see it turn around the corner here, and I'm like, oh, he's
Yeah,
attacking.
that
my
means Kane is
friend.
here.
Yeah, and then I'm like, this guy is driving me nuts. This
Yeah,
guy was
you're
really
doomed.
like too much pressure for me at the time, man. Like honestly, he pressured me out of my.
That's
game.
why we recall and come back.
Mm,
Because we can't pressure with his health bar. There's no way. Right?
yeah, this.
Now he just comes around and he just takes your red buff. And he's Kane, so he can just hop over this wall and kill you at Krugs if you try to do Krugs.
I fight him over it, and I think he kills me on this fight. Like
Yeah.
I think that's where he kills me.
Well, of course he kills you. He's full HP and you're half. Right?
I think I contest it. I'm like, okay,
That's definitely not the play. Like, you have three options here, right? Fight him and contest the red buff, right? Or we go farm, or we go recall, right? So if we try to contest, we're gonna lose because we'd have low health. If we try to farm this, we might die to him, right? But it's less risky than fighting him. But if we recall, that's 100%. Right? We can
and
always
if I
recall.
recalled, I should have then went back to my bot side.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. You know that he didn't do this, and he didn't do this, and he only did blue buff because he showed up at his blue buff
Yeah.
right after. So he did his blue buff, and then immediately went to... Or he did your blue buff, and then went to his blue buff.
Yeah.
Like, what he should have done was clear
think he had
this,
vision.
clear this, and clear this. That's all he needed to do. He would have taken 3 camps from you.
Yeah. He
But
must
instead
have
he does these shenanigans. Oh, you're doing.
So I pulled this away, then it resets, then he comes after me. And
I don't even think you can kill the red buff, buddy. I'm sorry. I don't think you can even fight the red buff right now. Much less Kane. I'll be honest, you got him lower than I thought you would. We're really far behind now.
yeah. And I was just,
He just died this up. Nice. When your laner gets a kill like this, shove the lane with them. Unless they ping you off, because I know this elo will probably tilt if you take CS. Like, what you could do is just let them get the last hits. But you should be helping push. Most of the time. If they ping you off, then just leave. You can take this. I like that you're taking his camp so he's dead. However, you should ward, right? We should, like...
yeah. I should've
this is the
warded.
problem with the oracles too, right? When we do risky situations like this, what you want to do is ward this, or we ward the bush right here. Because that way we're safe while we're doing it.
I think he kills me right here again.
Should kill you.
Alright, no wait, I get a.
You deserve to die. You're invading and you're level down. Oh, we're done. We lost right into Cassandra.
Yeah, at this point, I think I'm just kind
Let's
of like.
do another game.
Yeah, at this point, like I'm like, okay, this guy's just too much, man. He's just driving me nuts.
Yeah, like, you can't invade like that when you're behind. When you're behind, just try to farm your own jungle to catch up. Because your jungle is much less risky than going in their jungle. While it's good that you're thinking, oh, he's dead, I can take something, at that point in the game, he's got a very low death timer. So it's a little bit risky to do it, right? If there's higher death timers in the early game, then you could do it, but there's not. You know, people are up in like 10 seconds, right? So he could easily just come and contest his red. Let's do this one here. Alright, so this game, I think you lose the 1v1. Actually, maybe not. If you can shield any one of Vi's abilities, then you'll win this fight. Like, you'll win the 1v1. Provided you guys are, like, both the same HP. Yeah, it is unfortunate. Comeback XP was taken out, scuttled. It wasn't nerfed, it was removed. I think it's fine though, because then bad junglies get exposed for being bad. Although it's kind of weird, like there's like, you know, people who are like 03 and they're like a level up in the jungler who's 4-0. It's really weird. So I don't know what's going on with that. It's very sketchy.
Welcome to Summoner's Rift.
Right. Get a little bit too close to the bush. When we're doing this, you usually want to be like right here. Or even farther back if they have like a hook champion, right? Which they do. So we would want to be a little bit farther back.
Right. Yeah, I always kind of close my eyes when I put that one down, because I'm expecting something to happen.
What do you mean, Scuttle? I never called him bad. Did I call you bad?
Minions have spawned.
Did I call you bad, man? I don't remember that. Are you there, dude?
Yeah.
Did I call you bad?
Who, me?
Yeah.
Oh no, no, I said I always close my eyes when I put that.
Oh yeah, my chat's saying stop calling your client bad. That's not nice.
Oh no, I didn't.
Which is kind of my job, by the way.
I wouldn't mind, man. I mean, I don't. I'm pretty bad. I think I said it myself.
Yeah, you literally told me you were bad.
You said it when I streamed this, and I said, well, I'm pretty bad, so.
Yeah, I would do. Of course, so here's where you can actually do another count. You do want to watch out for the enemy jungle, which we see here. Here's a situation where normally you would help, but we're actually too low to help. And also your mid laner's too low. You actually
I
get
think I still try. I don't know what I was doing, but
yeah. In these scenarios, you just let them die because you can't join the fight just because you're too low. We're wandering around again. Just go back to farming. There's kind of like two things you're doing as a jungler. You're either fighting or you're farming. Right? So if you're not doing either one of those, you go do one of those. Usually the farming. Like, here, we just can't fight, so we just go back to farming. Like, your default should be farming. If you're ever thinking what you should be doing, your default is farming.
I think I worry like some of what my teammates are thinking. Like they're like probably,
Yeah,
thinking,
don't
well,
worry.
he's just ditching me right now, and but you know,
Just
even though I
play
have no
your
real
game.
intention of fighting, I just kind of made an appearance. And I was like, okay, see you later.
Yeah, just play your game, man. That's all you gotta do. We also thought we would gank. I would have just went bottom. Oh, I forgot. That's what we'll do. Crap. Yeah. Okay, here we go. Analytics, get rid of that. This. Alright, I'm gonna put this in a document, and you're gonna write down notes. Don't worry about the main problem, we'll do that after. So early game, this is anything before 15 minutes. mid game. This is anything after the 15 minutes in any team fights. You can put stuff down here. And anything else that doesn't belong in there is just under notes. Alright?
Okay.
Because it's important to get you to write down the notes so that you remember it more. So what you can write down is just default to farming if you're not going to be fighting. Thank you, Zenji, for the follow, by the way, man. Much appreciated. So close.
What was it? Concentrate on farming if I'm not fighting, right?
Yeah, default to farming if you're not fighting. Or like taking an objective or something. Oh, we missed. It's a little bit dangerous doing this because we don't know where the jungle is. I would have recalled after those Krugs. So I think you could die here. Oh. Yeah, here's where we go recall. Okay. So far, so good. Okay. Do you think we get fighter? Okay. Again, if we're not gonna fight her, then we just go farm. So we decided not to fight her. That's a little bit of waste of time. Just because, you know, doing like this and then going back, right? This takes like 10 seconds. Right? Where you could have been cleared this and been walking over there to your next gap. So it might not seem like a big deal, but it actually is.
I think I was going for the other.
The scuttle crab?
Yeah. And I saw Vi there, and I went on.
I'm gonna pick it up a little more. Alright. I might be a little up top. Oh, we're not even fixed after this, yikes. You could try to gank, but you'll die. Right. You will die if you gank this. We are too low.
On health or level? They both?
On HP.
Yeah.
You also are level down, and you're facing Darius, who has a lot of AoE, and he's got true damage. Like he's just got damage. You know, so much damage, and he'll heal from his Q too. So, like, you guys will not be able to kill him by the time he kills you. What'll happen is you walk into him here. You guys walk into him. He turns on you. Right? He will turn on you, and he will kill you, bring you to 0 health before you guys kill him. Does that make sense?
Yeah. I think we kill him though.
You shouldn't. He should turn it.
I can't remember.
We
I
also
think he died.
we also do not know where Vi is when we do this.
Yeah.
Right? Vi is completely missing. We have no idea which side of the map she's on. Oh wow, that Shen saved you. It's actually a hero play. You should thank him. You should send him a gift basket. Ask him his address and send him a gift basket. Okay, this is fine. I want you to tell me why going for Scuttle Crab here is okay.
I don't know why I went for Scuttle Crab actually.
So it's okay.
Just for the XP, I think I went for it, and for the vision. Like
It's okay because we see Vi. She just ganked bottom lane.
Yeah.
So
I think I was
we're not gonna die here. We can account for everybody, right? We see the Vi.
Yeah.
We see the Anivia in mid, and we see both bottoms.
And I wanted to hit 6, so I was like, I thought if I hit this, I would get 6, and then I can
so
use my R.
this is okay. However, if we did not see Vi here, this would be a bad play.
Right.
Because we would just die. Or we could die, right? She could just, like, be wandering around here and then see you, and then, you know, she's gonna kill you. Or be thinking the same thing, I'm gonna take Scuttle Crabs, and then that happens.
Just right there, I get hung up on that stupid wall.
Yeah. could have actually gone back in on him when your team came.
Thought I died there.
Yeah, you're not paying attention here. So the
I
walls. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, oh, I didn't even know what she did. This is another character, a champion I've never fought before. And when this
Okay.
wall came out, that threw me off too. I was like, okay, now that's what she does, because I had no idea what she even did until this thing came up, and I got stuck on it, and I went, oh, okay.
Yeah, her W
So-
essentially creates terrain, right? So this wall here. So it screws over a lot of people because they'll be clicking like right here or something,
Yeah,
right? And then your movement is gonna be like this,
that's what I was doing. I was like
right?
clicking, I think, past it, and I was like, then I kind of looked, and I'm like, why am I stuck right there?
Yeah. What
it
Anivia
threw me off.
players are gonna do is they're gonna throw out the wall, and then they're gonna throw out their stun like this, because that's the way that you're most likely to move.
Hmm.
Right? But what you need to do is do this. Actually, quickly move your mouse and go the other way. Right? Before your, like, brain is like, and your habits automatically take you over here.
Yeah,
Right? That's why it's really hard to play against her. Unless you're playing a really
Yeah.
mobile champion, which we're not, so. But anyways, you're walking through here, and I think what was happening is you wanted to join the fight here. So you should have just used your R to join it, just so you didn't die to Nivea. And here, we didn't do that, so she ends up stunning us. Right, you could have actually turned just because she used everything. She, however, did not actually use R. She does have Ignite, so actually don't go back in. Okay, taking cannon, 30 jungler. If you took my cannon, I would AFK on you. I'm just kidding. I would just be slightly upset. I would just tell myself, it's okay, he doesn't main jungle. It's fine. Wanna look bottom, nothing's really going on. Too low.
Shut down.
What you could experiment on is doing your blue smite, and then finish Sanguine Blade, and then go back to Warrior. I wouldn't go here because the Nocturne is here. You just farm again. Again, we just want to be farming. Oh, Dragon's gone. Unlucky.
yeah. I think I was trying to set up like a fort, but then I realized once it was gone, I went back to where I was doing. I think.
Yeah, like this. There's nothing you can do for that dragon. Just because your 80 carry is dead, right? And your Lux was like out of mana. I think your mid was even getting back to lane, so. Yeah, we're wasting a lot of time. That's the biggest thing here, is we waste a lot of time. Okay. Vi was just shown top lane. And her red buff's coming up actually in 15 seconds. You could maybe go look to take this.
Yeah, I think I missed that on the
Yeah.
mini map. I don't think I even saw her appear up there.
See what happens. I wouldn't go for this because Nautilus is right behind her, and she's in close proximity to the turret. Right? This is like maybe 800. 800 range. So it's like she's too close. If she was like up here, then yeah, I'll go.
Yeah.
She's not far enough away.
I think I waited for it. I was to see if she's gonna push down farther, but I think I.
Or
I
if
don't
she gets
think I-
blinded. Yeah. If she gets,
I don't
if she
think I
gets
even.
blinded,
I
then you can.
think I just.
Yeah, your bottom is
I changed-
stupid, and they keep pushing the lane. Like, you just gotta go back to farming.
I think I do. I
Yeah,
think I
let's-
realize there's nothing's gonna happen. I don't want to R. I don't want to go into
You
the
have cared
turret.
for like a whole minute. That's sit in the bush forever.
I was hoping I would catch a fish.
You
But
literally did AFK in the bush for a minute. Let's see. Okay. So we sat waiting at 12:23. Let's see when we leave. 20 seconds, 30 seconds. We sat in the bush for 30 seconds. and watch them shove lane. What do we
It's
think is
too
gonna
long.
happen? Like if they keep shoving lane like that, that tells us like they don't want you to gank them, right?
So maybe after like five, what would you say, like 5 to 10 seconds? Just like, okay, nothing's going on, move on.
Like we just have to realize that
They're
the
too
gank is
pushed
not
up.
gonna happen just when you start moving into the bush here, right? Like we can look at the lane. Like right now, it will push to your side, which is great, right? Because these minions here, right? It's 3 versus 3, and they're both casters, and the red ones have a little bit more health than the blue ones. So if MF and Jinx do not touch it right now, it will come into you. So right now, it's fine. But then this happens. Right? She starts hitting the wave. At this point, I would realize it's doomed. Because he doesn't understand how mini wave management works. And he's not pulling the wave for you to gank. Right? If he was pulling the wave, then it's okay. Because the wave would eventually come into you, and in about 10 seconds, Jinx would have to be here, give up CS, or she would be over here trying to get CS. In which case, if she's over here at line number 1, then we can gank her. Right? But because Miss Fortune's actually shoving this, we're not going to be able to do anything. Does that make
Yeah,
sense?
I need to pay more attention to if the lane is being shoved or.
Yeah, 100%. Mostly just like the proximity to the turret. Because that is relative safety. And you also have to take a look at, what abilities you guys have. Like if you guys have any follow-up, right? Miss Fortune's got the slow, she's got the bullet time, and it's fairly long range, so she's got some follow-up. Lux is also long range, so she's got a little bit of follow-up. She does have the binding as well, but she's not in a position to actually help you. Because if we take a look, she's really far back. MF is really far back too. So you have to take that into account. You have to take their HP, right? Their mana. If Lux is out of mana, she's not gonna do anything, right? All she has is auto attacks, which doesn't matter because she's playing Lux. And also take into account them, right? Do they have any disengage? Yes, they have traps. They have Nocturne's ultimate, right? Where's Vi when you do this? Could she be in the bush here when you gank this? Right, all these things you need to take into account for. So you can just put down in the notes like take into account wave position, matchup, follow-up CC, HP values of everybody, right? Mana values of everybody, jungle position. We actually saw her again top. We could go take her blue buff still. We finally left. As mid lane died. Oh, he traded at least. There we go. Now we're finally farming. What you could do is actually just shove you. Actually, I wouldn't do it because she's gonna take your top side if you do that. We saw her top, or we should have saw her top lane. Oh no, we take it. Oh, it's doomed. If she's still over here, your blue buff's gone. However, this is iron, so I don't expect that to happen. Watch, your blue buff's here. Oh, she is taking it. What a hero! Wow, what a hero play. Yeah. Okay, so this death happens because you went to farm this. That's why. If you didn't farm this, you would have saw her try to come and take your blue buff. You need to be careful when you show yourself on the map. Especially topside, because they can just solo dragons so easily now. It's really important when you show yourself on the map, like you need to do something. Nice. Oh no, tragic. We didn't shield the Q there. In order for this to work, because he has so much health, you need to shield his most important ability, which is his Q. Which is very easy, because it's telegraphed. Alright. Right here. When you see this, like, it's not in the spectate, but you see it in game, right? So the way it works is It's like a circle, like this. On the inside, this is 35% damage. And there's no healing. So it's just going to do 35% normal damage, right? So it doesn't hardly do any damage. But then there's the outer ring, which is 100% damage, and it will heal him for 12% missing HP. And I think it even goes up. Actually, no, it's just 12%. But that's per enemy champion hit. So for you, it's only going to be just a 12 because he's only hitting you. But that's damage that he will hit you with, and he's going to heal. So you're going to be like right here, and he's going to be right here. Which means you lose. Right?
Right. Yeah.
Because he'll be at like 700, and then you'll be at like 400. So you're going to lose the fight. But however, you do have the spell shield. That's why this is okay. Because you can spell shield his Q. But you didn't successfully do it here, and that's why we lose the fight. If we did it, he wouldn't have healed, and he wouldn't have done any damage. But we didn't shield. And we end up shielding nothing here. And then we just die. We also didn't keep attacking him. That was kind of weird. Even if you're gonna die, like, just try to do as much damage as possible before you die. Okay, your Shen gets it. Nice. If you killed him there, though, he probably wouldn't have teleported. Could have saved him a teleport. Oh, it's another dragon. Again, that's because you show up top lane. She takes dragon. That's how jungle works. So far, so good. I would do Krugs. There's nothing to gank. No, do Krugs. Please. There's nothing to gank. Nobody's here. Nobody's here. I'll just do Krugs. Okay, this is a fight mid lane. Can't really do anything. You could go in here and suicide, but that's what it's gonna be, right? But like best case scenario, like it looks like you're going for this, right? So I'm watching you, and then you do this. Right, you're headed straight for the fight. You can go in this fight and maybe kill the Vi, but then you're gonna die right after. Right, probably maybe she flashes away and you even die and don't get anything. You never want to trade, like, you never want to take these 1-for-1 situations unless there's a shutdown involved, especially on assassins, right? Like, because Nocturne's an assassin, you do not want to be like just trading one kill for the other, because you get outskilled for the most part, and she does not have a bounty on her, so it wouldn't be worth it. You don't end up going for it, which is good. I don't know if you were looking for the play there or not, though. Let's see.
I think I realized I wasn't gonna win that.
Yeah,
I go more. I try to use my. I try to do single picks with Nocturne, like with my R or bot lane. But I've mostly looked like something like that. I'm looking for like one person.
Yeah, that's good. However, like if I had a shutdown there, I would have probably went for it. Here, we just need to realize we're 4 levels down.
Yeah, that wall too is got me caught again.
It's another time though where, you know, we're not respecting, you know, that she has way more HP. We're not respecting the fact that she just came off of a recall, and she's also 4 levels up on us. Like, I don't care, you know, who they are. Like, fighting somebody 4 levels up on you, it's not gonna happen. And she just came off a recall, so she spent all of her gold. She's literally as stacked as she possibly can be. Okay, so this game's kind of like the last one. A lot of just wasted time and wandering around. Alright, so what we could do is we can keep watching this, or what we could do is go into a live game, which you'll just play the game, and I'll just lightly guide you and let you know the mistakes as you're playing the game.
Okay. Try that.
Alright, let's do that. Let's check out the notes while you get into the game.
Let me use the restroom real quick, okay?
Yeah,
One
no
second.
problem.
All right, back.
Alright, so I'm adding some things to the notes. So what your focus should be on is asking yourself what we're doing and why we're doing it. And the likelihood of it working out. Like if you're going to be fighting, ask yourself, you know, what is the risk here, right? What are the chances of success when I do this? So you need to be assessing the risk of the fights a little bit better.
Risk management.
There wasn't really any mid-game that we looked at. Alright, let's get into your game.
Okay.
I think I'll make separate videos on this.